Hello my lovely friends, it's Margaret and this is a reading vlog. It has been a minute since I've done a reading vlog, but I figured the release of Muse of Nightmares counts as a special occasion. So it is Monday, October 1st right now, and I am fixing, to start this guy. So if you've seen my October TBR, I wanted to start this and then jump straight into Muse of Nightmares. That's the plan. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm obviously not going to finish this by tomorrow before Muse of Nightmares comes out. I'm going to get a good chunk of it done maybe tonight. No, I'm not. Let's be honest. It's going to take me a little bit to finish this book. But I still want to do that. Like, I want to actually read it instead of listening to it and annotate it, you know, all that fun crap. So I'm about to snuggle in with this book. One thing I will tell you guys is there will probably be spoilers in this reading vlog for both Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares. Anyways, I'm gonna go read and then I'm going to bed. Well, I was gonna go for a walk when I got home, but here, can you see the bushes? It's looking like it's about to storm, so it is Tuesday. Muse of Nightmares is officially out, and I'm about to go get my copy of Muse of Nightmares. So I've started ordering at Barnes & Noble online, so I'm still supporting a bookstore, a brick and mortar store, but they give you the online price and then you can pick it up in your store. So that's what I've been doing. I'm about to go get that sucker. I only got through the first chapter of Strange the Dreamer. I have highlighted so many parts at this point, it's ridiculous. My teal highlighter is going to be done by the end of this read. It's, oh my gosh. I love this book so much. It's book Victober, so I am currently listening to Agnes Grey by Anne Bronte. And I'm not into it just yet, but I don't hate it, so I'm still listening. Alright guys, we are at Barnes & Noble. I have gone in. I have gotten the book. Look at how pretty that is. I'm so happy that I will finally be able to know what the frick happens after the end of Strange the Dreamer. But I am going to head home now so I can actually get stuff done and get to reading a book. So we're on page 21 of Strange the Dreamer. I'm going to keep reading for a little bit more time, but we've come to the point where Laini Taylor has let drop a detail that I clearly missed the first time I read this, which is that the people in this world have two hearts. So naturally I had to highlight it and make a Time Lord reference because that's just the way I am. But I'm very intrigued by this fact that it says you could live even if your second heart stopped and the spirit hardened in your veins, because I feel like that is something that's going to have a lot of bearing either later in this book or in the next book. So I'm very interested in that fact. I just realized that I did not do a very important step when I got this sucker, and that is to take the hardcover off. Hold on, I'm going to do it this way so that I don't see what it looks like and you guys get to see my honest reaction. I'm not looking. Okay. Ooh, look at that spine. Oh, I like it. I mean, I like the moth, but I like this better. It's so pretty. Look at that. It is Wednesday. No, it's not. It's Thursday. It's Thursday night. I kind of skipped last night because my skin was not having a good day and I didn't feel like being on camera. So I just decided not to. We're not having a much better day today, but at least I'm not, like, beet red. But, oh, what was it? There was something that with, like, Theron or Thion. What's his face? The douche nozzle steals all of Laszlo's books. The sense of righteousness when Laszlo was like, oh, hey, you can keep the books. Go ahead. Crappy lighting, but it hides our flaws, so we're okay with it. Friday, October 12th. I still have not finished Strange the Dreamer. Part of that is because it is a book that takes a little more thought. It's not an easy reading book. Like, there is a lot going on. So there's a lot for you to digest. So it's one that you read a little bit slower. Not as slow as you would read, like, it's not as slow as you'd read some, like, high fantasy. It's not as slow as you'd read, like, Tolkien or something the first time. But it does take a little bit less time than, say, Vampire Academy for me to read. I'm about page 320 something. He and Sarai have just had their first real interaction. You knew I was highlighting that. Yes, I was. And so I'm planning tonight to get a whole bunch of reading done. First, I need to do some work. I am going to try and finish a chapter. My goal right now is to finish one chapter a day. I technically finished a chapter today, but I was supposed to finish that chapter yesterday. I was actually supposed to finish that chapter Wednesday, but yeah. But it's finished now. And so I'm trying to get to the end of chapter 28 by the end of this week. So, I don't know. We'll see. I think after this chapter, I've got a couple that I don't have to, like, completely rewrite, so that will help. My goal is to finish this chapter tonight, to maybe get a little bit of video editing done, though I'm not sure if I will, because I just have... It's taking so long for this video to upload from my phone to my Google Drive. We've been uploading for a couple hours now. I need to get a micro SD card and make my life easier. Whatever. Costs money. I don't have money. If I had money, I'd have a nicer computer with Windows, so I could actually get, like, decent editing software. But no, I have to get software that you can edit on Chrome. Anyways, so that's my plan for tonight, is to get a whole bunch of reading done. Hopefully, I don't know, I might fall asleep, but, like, I'm getting my hair done tomorrow, so I'm hoping, this is the real reason I have no money, is I'm getting my hair done, and I pay for a car. I'm hoping that I will have a whole bunch of time to, like, either, like, really, like, finish Strange the Dreamer, or maybe even get into Muse of Nightmares, depending on how much reading I get done today and tomorrow. We shall see. We shall see. Because it wouldn't be a vlog if I didn't give you guys an outfit of the day. I love this shirt. Basically, that's why we're doing this. I like this shirt. But I got it at Walmart, and it's cute. And it takes me a little bit beyond my comfort zone, because if you raise your arms up, your stomach shows, and that's not something I'm entirely okay with, but I like it. I think it looks good. I just need to find some nice high-waisted jeans to go with it. But it was cute. Got my hair done. Now we're back, and we're gonna write. Okay, so now that we have showed off the cute shirt, we could do an update. So I am this far. That's how much I have left. That is how much I have left of Strange the Dreamer. Was very productive this morning. I'm impressed with how much I've gotten done today. I think I actually might have gotten everything I was planning on doing in the morning done in the morning. So I'm quite happy with that and how that's going. I am going to go and write for a little bit, and then we're going to film for a little bit after I eat dinner with my parents. My mom is making ribs or something, and she's been waiting until I'm home to do that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go write, and hopefully I need to finish 3 chapters today, because I did not finish any chapters last night. I did write some of it because I was gonna just give up. It was like 11 o'clock, and I was like, ugh, I'm done. I just want to read. I actually went and put the computer away. Like, I was like, I'm gonna work in bed, be comfy, I've got a headache, so we're gonna try that, because sometimes that will work. And my shoulder is hurting. And then I futzed around on Twitter for a little bit longer, and I was like, I'm just gonna put this away and read. And I got it all the way back to my brother's room, which is kind of my office, and I was halfway back to my room, and I'm like, ugh, but I want to work on this chapter, because I remembered which chapter it is and what happens in this chapter. And actually, I don't think it's a very long chapter now that I think about it. And it was very nice, because this is one of the ones where I'm switching perspective. And having switched perspective, it's so much shorter than it was. I want to get that done, and I want to get filming done in a reasonable amount of time and start editing. I'm going to try and edit the 3rd episode of Read the Book, so hopefully that's up at some point soonish. If it's already up, I'll link. It should be, because I think it's supposed to go out on Monday, and I don't know when this vlog is going out, because I haven't started Muse of Nightmares yet. It's taking me 2 weeks to read Strange the Dreamer, guys. I was planning on reading so many more books. And if it didn't have the ending that it has, I would go just like finish one of the books that I need to finish, but no, it has the ending that it has, and I need to know what happens. I don't know what it says about me, but this is the only song I can write to. Should I be worried? I'm almost done. Oh gosh, here, move close so you guys can see. I have that little bitty bit left. Just a few pages. I'm on page 513. It's 532 pages. We've hit that moment. I don't like that moment. I would like for that moment to like have not happened, but it has. I actually highlighted she has like a foreshadowing sentence, and it's just mean, okay? On page 510, that sentence is just mean. Anyways, I'm gonna finish this book, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do because I really should sleep. It occurred to me that I was planning on finishing this tonight, and then I remembered how it ended, and suddenly finishing this tonight it just sounded like a bad plan, and yet still I'm here finishing this book. So we are done with Strange the Dreamer, and now it is time for the purple one. Y'all, I'm so ready for this book. I've been ready for this book for over a year. I think, possibly. I'm not entirely sure when I read it in July. I've been ready for this book for over a year. Or August. It's like July or August. Somewhere around there. It's been a while since you guys have seen me, because I am apparently the slowest reader ever. No, not really. I'm probably making more progress than some people get to make. But I've been focusing mostly on getting my manuscript finished for Author Mentor Match. So I would have a complete manuscript for submission, should they request a full. Because you have to send in the first 50 pages, which is no problem. The first 50 pages actually leaves off at a really good point. But update first, and then we'll get into Author Mentor Match and Margaret being Margaret. So I don't know if I said this, but I finished Agnes Grey a while ago. I've also finished A Conjuring of Light since starting this reading vlog, and I've started Dracula. A Conjuring of Light I loved, just like I did the first time, and just like I have every other time that I've picked it up off the shelves and like gone through it to find my favorite bits. It does leave you with a little bit of a hollow feeling in your chest, okay? You put that book down and you're like, I wasn't ready for that to end. Not ready. What I have not finished is Muse of Nightmares. And part of that is because I did not get any reading done this weekend. I was going to get some reading done this weekend, but I was also going to stay on track with updating my manuscript. And what I have learned in the last week is how to reevaluate my idea of what a complete manuscript is. Because I realized that there was no way I was going to get through like 10 more chapters and edit all of those. Most of them needed polishing. Some of them needed rewriting. And so I just was like, okay, so these 5 chapters are the ones I need to redo, or add or rewrite. Like, those are the ones that need to work. And so I had left the last one that I want to do is the epilogue. And so I submitted last night thinking, hey, it's fine. I'll get the epilogue finished tomorrow and like Tuesday. And they're going to take a couple of days to get back with me. Never assume they will take a couple of days to get back with you. They emailed me at noon asking for the rest of the manuscript. So now I'm going to spend my night, which was supposed to be spent editing videos and getting Wednesday's video ready. And now I don't know when Wednesday's video is going to go up. But that was what I was supposed to be doing today, and now instead I am going to be writing and writing and writing. And possibly polishing a couple of the chapters that I added, just because they need that before I send it in to anyone, because they probably are missing half of their words, just because I know how I write. Like, one of the good things about this, though, is that I will have a finished manuscript and something that I can submit to an agent. I think it needs a little bit of polishing and maybe some strengthening in a few of the chapters. Maybe some embellishing of plot lines. I'm going to go block social media and write. to be like, I don't know, something that resembles pleasant in Florida. I'm not sweating yet. I've been out here for about almost 25 minutes. So, update, it's Tuesday, and I have gotten my things sent in.
During the cool down period, continue walking at a slow pace without stopping.
Yes, Sharon, we know. I have a app that encourages you. I just keep it on for pace information. I don't want the rest of it, but you can't turn off the rest of it without getting the pace information. Anyways, so reading update. Oop, there's a person in the car. Oh well, I'm gonna keep talking. I didn't get any reading done last night. I don't think anyone is surprised by that. I was up until 12:30 getting my submission completely ready, and that was just like basically going over the final couple chapters I added on Sunday and Saturday, and like making sure those were up to snuff, which they're not. They're closer to like what I want them to be, and I'm going to be continuing my formal edit that I started in July. I don't know when I started this draft, because technically I've started it twice. But it was a really good exercise in letting go, in realizing that I had done the best I could, and kind of taking the opportunity that came, because I knew that, like, could I make it better? Yes. But it's as good as it's gonna get by the deadline, which was Sunday. Because I really had to, like, my preference would have been to get through editing all of the chapters that still need editing and kind of brought up to speed. But I had to really look at what I thought completion was, and so I had to sit down and be like, okay, well, these 5 chapters are the chapters that need to actually be updated. I only updated like 3 of them. That's okay, because one of them was the epilogue, which I'm actually really proud of. There's a lot of foreshadowing in that epilogue. I was gleefully cackling to myself and declaring myself a horrible person. My brother's gonna love me. Oh, apparently, the character that dies in the next book, if there is a next book, is his favorite character. And so I just like digging that knife in a little bit more. Very little reading got done yesterday. I started Dracula. I'm still reading Dracula, obviously, because it's a 17-hour audiobook. I don't think I'm getting to Wives and Daughters for Victober, but that's okay. Whatever. It's fine. And it's weird. I'd like to see what people said about it at the time that it was published, because at this point we are so like oversaturated with vampire lore that like I know all of it. I know everything that's happening. And so, I mean, there are a few things that I'd forgot, because my experience with vampires has like most recently been like Twilight and Vampire Academy and Vampire Diary. There's a lot of like actual vampire lore that I'd forgotten, but like we've been sitting in the castle and we're on chapter 3, and it's just like, is anything gonna happen, or is it just gonna be these 2 dudes talking the entire time? Although props to Harker, Jonathan Harker. Did V. Schwab do something clever with Kate? Because Kate's last name is Harker. Anyways, props to him, because we're only 2 chapters in and he's already started to figure out that like something's up. So I appreciate that. Anyways, friends and I are going to go see The Hate U Give tonight, so that should be interesting. I'll see if I can't get their opinions when we're done. They're probably going to think I'm a horrible, horrible person for taking them to a movie that's going to make them cry. Because it's going to make them cry. It might make me cry, but we'll see, because Margaret doesn't cry. It's a failing, I know. Where's the camera? There it is. Okay, so we are back from The Hate U Give. It was really, really good and really, really intense. Like, I don't even know how my friends feel about it, because that was, I should have known how much I was signing up for, considering that I've read the book twice and I know what happens. But it was really, like, just intense. Just like with the book, they did do a really good job of balancing the tough stuff with the family humor. Sometimes it was like one right on top of the other. And there were a few parts that I agree with some of the things they changed, and there are some things that I wish they had kept similar. There were a few things that I felt it took away some of the nuance changing it, but you know, in the end it was still it's still a good movie. It's still important. It still has a lot of stuff that we need to have as a conversation in our society, and a lot of stuff that we need to think of in conversation with others, and things that we need to keep at the forefront of our mind when we see stuff, like what happens in the movie. Because while that movie is based on a fictional account, that account is still, it still has its roots. It still has its, you know, its basis in events that have actually occurred. Sorry, we had to change camera angles because I was completely blurry. But it was good, and I'm glad this movie is out there and is making people think, and I hope that it is starting conversations and raising awareness and making people re-examine how they view these things, especially in the media, and how the media portrays them. Update, Thursday. Haven't read that much. Yeah. It's been an interesting last couple of days for me mentally. Just dealing with stuff. But I did want to come on. And show you guys what I got in the mail. I didn't think I'd gotten one of these. I thought that, like, because he said something about getting a confirmation email, and I didn't get a confirmation email, and so I didn't think I was getting one. But I got the Gathering of Shadows postcard from the Gathering of Shadows live show that Common Spence did, and I am so happy that I got this, because Lila is my favorite. In case you didn't know, Lila is my favorite, which means Kel is my second favorite. And so somehow, the funny story is that I checked my mail last night, and I guess somehow I missed this sucker. And so I'm walking past this morning, and I look at this fancy looking envelope. I can't show it to you. I'll show you the back. It's got a cool sticker. And I'm looking at this envelope and seeing my name and seeing where it came from, and I'm very confused. I actually thought it was probably like because all of the loan companies want to send me stuff, and they like to send stuff like this and be like, oh, this is so important. So that's actually what I thought it was at first, and then I turned it over and saw that. Hold on, can you see that? Nope, it doesn't want to focus. It's focusing on me, which as it should. But it's this gorgeous, like, I'm so jealous. Like, Spence makes me want to be a graphic designer and up my graphic design skills because he does such a good job. Maybe this wasn't him, but I have a feeling it was. But I'm so happy. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I gotta find a place for it. I mean, I know what I'm gonna do with it. I just don't know which place I'm gonna put it in. I kind of want to just like stick it in my bullet journal and keep it there forever, but then I won't be able to look at it forever. So I'm so happy I finally have Lila fan art. Like, I don't think I'll enter for the next one because A Conjuring of Light is technically Holland's cover. This is embarrassing because I didn't realize that this was Lila until about August. No, September. It was September. It's really embarrassing. Yes, so, we are back. It's the evening now. I'm fixing to snuggle in and read for a little bit. I did get a little bit of reading done while I was eating at Panera. I didn't get any work done at Panera because I started reading. And then by the time I was putting the book down, it was like, oh, well, I'm going to have to leave in about 45 minutes anyways, so if I leave now, I can get a full hour of work done at home instead. So instead of like interrupting myself. So we came home. We had a little bit of work done. Not as much as I would have liked, but I feel like that's per usual these days. Just normal me. I really want to I need to get stuff set up and off my computer. I need to get stuff set up and off my phone so that I can do a whole bunch of filming tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Saturday. Because I want to film as much as I can on Saturday so I can kind of get ahead of my videos for November. And just because, like, I don't want to have to do as much filming in November. You know what I mean? I want to be able to focus completely on writing. Will I focus completely on writing? That is another question, but I want to have the option. Anyways, I'm going to keep reading. The more we learn about Scathis, I mean, we already knew he was like a douche canoe, but he's just awful, and I'm really glad he's dead. Yeah. Happy Friday, everybody. So, this could possibly be the last day that we do this vlog. It's possible. I'm not sure. I'm on page 320. That's chapter 38. Page 322 of... Hold on. Can we do this? Can we do this without spoiling the end? Hold on. I've done this once before. 514. So I have 22 minus 8. I have 192 pages of this book left. And I really, because I'm doing a Muse of Nightmare inspired makeup book tag thing, so it will be a Muse of Nightmares inspired book. So I'm really hoping to have the book finished by tomorrow and ready to review so that I can do it while wearing my Muse of Nightmare inspired makeup look. I even got, hold on, look at that. Yes. This is the brand of lipstick I use, by the way. It is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink that is backwards, but that's okay. I like it because it's not drying and it stays on. Like you have to take your lips off to get this off, which is exactly what I want in a liquid lipstick. I've got the nice red one that you see. It's the same brand. And it takes a while to get it off. And you look like a savage clown, like you're trying to do a Joker cosplay because, or I do because I'm white. And so my foundation is in the shade pale. And when you have pale foundation and a messy red lipstick, you look like a psychopathic clown. Anyways, so I'm reading that. I got a little bit of it read while I was eating, so there's my bookmark. That's what I have. The smaller bit is what I have left to go. And I'm also currently listening to, I don't think did I tell you? I told you guys that I was listening to Dracula. And I picked up City of Ghosts. I picked up City of Ghosts. And I was going to listen to that. But then I paused it because I remembered that I had, when I made my Victober when I made my Victober TBR, which is 3 books, 2 of which I'm not going to get around to reading this month. One of which I probably will never get around to reading because I just wasn't feeling it. And I just haven't had a chance to start Wives and Daughters. But I did look for people of color who'd published around the time. The audiobook I'm listening to is one of the ones that I picked out, that I found for that. And technically, he's an American author. It's a book called Clotel, or The President's Daughter. It's based on the rumors that went on about Thomas Jefferson having a black mistress and them having kids. And it's written by a man named William Wells Brown. He was a slave, escaped to Ohio, and then moved to England to avoid the Fugitive Slave Act. Technically, it was published while he was in London, and it was published in 1953. So technically, it's a Victorian novel. If you really want to, if you want to blur the edges a little bit. But I felt like it was important to find some stuff by authors of color of the time period. Interestingly enough, we haven't actually gotten that much of Clotel. It's been about a lot of guys. It's interesting. We just got done with 20 minutes of a preacher preaching on why you should be a good servant. And I'm just sitting there going, yeah, but you're not preaching to servants. You're preaching to people you enslaved. I don't like my religion being used to justify atrocity. Just don't. Yep, no, not cool. Could do without it. Anyways, I need to go get some video editing done so that I will have room on my camera to film tomorrow. And I'm going to try and get some writing done. I'm almost done 1 chapter and I want to finish another. I think that's it. And then I can read. Oh, I need to clean my room. I want to show you guys the state of my room so that you can be like, yes. Those of you that are messy like me can be like, yes. There are more people like me that are out in the world. But at the same time, it's kind of embarrassing how messy my room is. And let's not get into the state of my bookshelves. Hi guys. So, it's 1 a.m. I'm on page 431. It's going about as well as you would expect, which is to say it's going terribly, everything's going wrong right now. It's fantastic. Although, you know, I'm slightly worried about everything right now because we're in the middle of like 6 different huge events happening. Okay, maybe 2. 1. Okay. That one. That one. That one. Okay, so there's 2 happening up there. There's 1 happening here. And so there's a whole bunch of stuff. So 3 huge things that are going on and happening. And, well, nope. Make it 4. Make it 4. And I know how they're going to solve the problem, but they haven't figured out how they're going to solve the problem. And that's very annoying. Because I just want them to solve the problem already so that I don't have to worry about what's happening right now. Okay? I just want to stop worrying about my faves. So, I should go to sleep. I really should. I completely should. But I'm like 100 pages from the end. It's 2:20. And I finished it. It was good. And I'm tired. I think I need to let it sink in some. So, But I finished it. If you can't tell by the makeup, I have finished doing my makeup book tag look. Well, it's now a different look because I changed my lipstick to film the rest of my videos. I didn't want to do like 4 different videos with purple lipstick. But I did do it for Muse of Nightmares, and I filmed my review for Muse of Nightmares. I think I'm going to give this one 4 stars. I really, really liked it. And I think she delivered everything that she delivered in the first book. But the ending didn't quite get me the way the ending of the first book did. The ending of the first book got me both times in very different ways. There was a couple of things that I was like, well, this is good and it makes the story interesting, but I'm not quite happy with it and the way it's making things turn out. And so, like, I know she couldn't have done what I wanted her to do, but at the same time, I really wanted her to do it. Look at that eyeliner. That is so, like, I could cut. Like, that's so long. Why did I make that wing so long? So anyways, I am going to be wrapping up this vlog. Thank you so much for hanging out with me as I read Muse of Nightmares. It's a really good book. I suggest that you read it. It was so much fun. I enjoyed every second of it very thoroughly. I actually had to go and reread the end of it because I felt like, because I was just trying to rush and get to the end of it and see what happened before I fell asleep. I felt like I didn't get a chance to really appreciate it, so I reread it and I really liked it. And all my OTPs made it out okay. Time for the question of the day, and that is, who is your favorite character from Strange the Dreamer or Muse of Nightmares? I'd love to hear who they are down in the comments. Tell me all about them and how much you love them. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. I make videos 2 to 3 times a week about books and writing, and I would love to see your lovely face here on a regular basis. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and I will see y'all later when we will talk about more wordy, nerdy things. Bye!